Love and light. Welcome everyone. Welcome to my channel, Overcome Negativity. Tonight's topic, how to overcome negativity. This will be the first time I'm actually putting out a YouTube channel. I decided to do this today. And the reason why I decided to do this today was I actually saw, well, it's been a couple weeks now, I've seen people struggling with negative thoughts. But why I chose to do it today, because I actually saw one post that said, how can I get out of this laziness and this funk that I am in? How can I get out of this negativity? So then I said, hey, this lady is going through what I have gone through all my life. And of just recent, I have been coming out of it. And it's been a struggle. It's been a day-to-day struggle because this programming that was put in my head as a child by my mother, and actually my sister too, I didn't get that overnight. It was years and years of verbal abuse to me. So of course it's going to be hard to change overnight, especially your thinking. Your thinking's the hardest thing to change, especially the older you get. So let's start by, how do you overcome negativity? Well, let me just go into my story. First, I'm surprised I'm even doing this because I am shy. I'm painfully shy. I've been like this all my life. But once I get comfortable with somebody, watch out. So this is actually helping me get over my shyness. Okay. Why I had negative thoughts a lot of my life. When I was younger, my mother was very verbally abusive to me. She thought that was the right way to be because that's the way she was brought up, but she was physically abused on top of it and molested. And back in those days, you didn't ask for help, because if you asked for help, they might have put you in a insane asylum. That's the way it was back in her time. So she didn't ask for help, and nor did she admit that there was anything wrong. So she took that negativity out on her children, which she had 7 of us, and I'm the youngest of 7. I actually got the best, treated the best. I feel bad for my brothers and sisters because they were physically and mentally abused. But like I said, I don't blame that on her. I forgave her a long time ago. She was actually a great woman. She just didn't know any better. She was programmed to be that way. So my mother would push me and push me. And she thought that by saying negative things to me, that it would push me harder. It pushed me harder to want to excel and do better, which it did. Because I was president of my class, I was captain of my basketball team, captain of my track team. But it ate me up inside, what she did. And I thought, well, if better next time, she'll be proud of me and she won't put me down. Well, that wasn't the case. She was proud of me for a little bit, but then when that wore off, like the next basketball game, if I wouldn't score so many points or, I wouldn't do as well, she would basically, she punished me. So with tell me I was no good and I was going to amount to nothing, and would put me in my room. So that's how I was brought up. Well, once I made it out, I was emancipated at the age of 17. I went to college on my own, went to Penn State. That's all I had was these negative thoughts of how I was nothing. I was inferior and jealous of a lot of my friends and students, and I didn't know why. I didn't know why I was having these feelings. And I started to drink, and I realized I liked it. And but I was taking my drinking to a whole other level where I was just numbing my pain. And then later on, I got into an abusive relationship. I spent 10 years with that man, and he abused me. He didn't physically abuse me, but he mentally abused me and stole from me and everything else. But I didn't think that I was worthy to have a good man because of the things that my mom put in my head. Even though everybody told me that I was too good for him, I didn't see it. I did not see this. I looked down on myself, and so that caused me a lot of affliction throughout my life. And then the next guy I was with for 8 years. And another thing, I was very codependent. I had to get myself out of that as well, and I have been. I broke free from that. I have been single now for almost years, which it's a little long now, but I actually love being single. It was lonely at first because I had a lot to learn. And I got on a spiritual path. I've had 2 awakenings so far. And this last awakening, it was actually a depression that I went into, which I thought it was a depression, but it wasn't. It was God saying, hey, come on, get back up. And I listened. And I started going within. I just got on social media this past year. And I'm actually glad I did. Because the loneliness wasn't as bad, and I noticed like all the friends that I made throughout the years were the same, or the friends that I attracted then when I was having my negative thoughts. So when I started to come out of this, these friends that I had, I realized I no longer wanted them around me. And they can't understand why I'm isolating, why I haven't talked to any of them. And it's because I'm not that person anymore. I've changed. I've changed for the better. So let me get into some of the things that I do to help me get through this negative thinking process that has been programmed to me as a child, and that I brought into adulthood that basically took up half of my life. What I started doing was I started prayer and meditation. Meditation works wonderful, by the way. Meditation gives you a chance to reflect. You get in touch with your inner self. You hear your higher self. You get in touch with your soul. You realize that your soul is damaged. And you want to start to fix things. My thing is, though, I like to try to fix everything all at once. I want everything. I'm one of those people. I want it right now. So I had to learn patience. And during this patience, I actually found my twin flame. We're in separation right now, and it's my fault because I let this old thinking pattern come back into my head. I was triggered. And it really wasn't even by anything that he did. He was just doing him. So I can't cut him down for that. It's me. But I think what it is I'm so afraid of getting hurt that I'm not allowing myself to bring all my walls down, peel back all my layers like an onion. So I pushed him away. And if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. But anyways, it's not about that. That's a whole other different program that we will do Twin Flames. I do tarot readings as well. I am Christian, and I know the Christian faith, what they say about, doing tarot readings. I just started doing that recently, and I believe that if you do it with Jesus in your heart, and you're doing it for a good reason and a good cause, and you're not calling upon anything else, that it's alright. And if it's not, then I will repent and I'll go the right way. I mean, I've already repented years ago. I was actually put in a Christian home for a while. That's a whole other story too. But anyways, back to where I was at. How I started to overcome this negativity was I started reading daily affirmations, like positive posts. I started to follow people that would be inspiring and made me want to be creative, and made me, think good thoughts. And well, what else is I exercise. I try to get in some exercise every day. Making yourself feel good about yourself by doing something constructive. Now, I'm not exercising like I used to. I used to go to the gym almost every day. But just having a positive outlet is always good, and it doesn't have to be exercise. It could be anything. It's like taking a walk, or, talking with a good friend, reading a good book, anything. Another good thing to do is journaling. Journaling is wonderful because you can sit down and write your thoughts out and what you did that day, and then the next day look back and reflect on how you acted. Did you act right that day? And if you wasn't coming from a place of love or positivity, what was going on that made you act like that? You want to get rid of all the old programming. So what you want to also do is do this. Go to the mirror every day, look in that mirror, and tell yourself at least one good thing about yourself. Even if you don't believe it, I promise you do that every day, you will start to believe it. And another thing is, force a smile. Even when you don't want to smile, smile. Make yourself smile, because that's another thing that will come naturally, and it actually raises endorphins. It makes you feel good. And if you're around negative people, especially if it's somebody that you love, you just don't want to walk away from them. Explain to them what you've gone through, and that you don't like it when they speak that way to you. Tell them from a place of love of how you feel about them speaking like that to you. And if they don't understand, then maybe it is time to walk away. If they don't make you feel good about yourself, then you have to look at the friendship or at the relationship and decide if that's where you want to be. If it's going to be somebody that keeps you down or holds you down, you don't need that in your life. You have to make the decision to walk away from that, because it's only going to make you deconstruct. It's just going to make you crumble. So you have to make that tough decision I cannot be around these type of people anymore. They are hurting me more than they're helping me. One thing about overcoming negativity, what it really is, it's a law of attraction, okay? It's in the Bible, it's reap what you sow. And it's so true. What you speak into the air comes back to you. So if you're speaking negativity or positivity in the air, whatever you speak into the air is coming back to you. So you want to try to keep all your thoughts and your words all good. Another good thing is read from the Bible. The Bible is a love story. It's the best love story ever because it's been around for thousands of years, and it's still the most controversial book still talked about to this day because it has a lot of truths in it. So, and if you don't believe in a God, and maybe you're an atheist, which there's nothing wrong with that, I hold no judgment with anybody. I am here simply to raise your vibrations and my vibration. So I don't care if you're gay, black, or anything. You know, my son's black. Well, he's part black. So that don't matter to me. None of that does. What matters is us correcting ourselves, going within ourselves and finding what is wrong and why we are acting out in hate and why we're being triggered to act this way to people, so that we can correct our behavior and start acting in a loving, positive, kind way and meaning it. Because the way this world is right now, we really need a lot of love out there right now. I mean, this right, left wing crap, it's like you're at a basketball game, and it's not even a basketball game anymore. It's a damn UFC cage match, and it's just getting worse, and it's going to get worse. And if people like us don't get out there and start spreading love, then it's going to be a whole lot worse. I mean, I get myself caught up in it too. I mean, I'm not going to say that I don't. I am a Trump supporter, and don't hate me on this, but lately I've been changing my thinking about this. So what I really am is I'm for the people. That's who I'm for, the people. These politicians don't mean a damn thing. If they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, then you know what? They're just like the rest of them. So we have to come together as a people and start realizing that maybe they are in this all together. That's where the conspiracy theories we'll be talking about. But most of the conspiracies are becoming truths now. So, yes. So, overcoming negativity is a daily thing that you have to work on. I just downloaded an app yesterday. It's a meditation app that has some Buddha in it, and I actually really like it. There's the chants and chants in it, and there's different meditations, and they have courses on there how to get to your twin flame, and it's just really good app. What is it called? I forget what it's called. The next time I get on with you guys, I will give you the name of the app. But I'm really enjoying it. If you can find 10 minutes in the morning to meditate and say your prayers and say what you're grateful for. Being grateful for the little things that you have means so much, because when you say what you're grateful to have, it reminds you of what you do have and not what you don't have. Because when you're focused on what you don't have all the time, that makes you stressed. It makes you have anxiety. we came into this world with nothing. We're leaving this world with nothing. So what we gain in between, that's just play stuff. All right? It's really what we are here put back on earth to do is to correct our wrongs and to make things right within ourselves and then to the universe and to help other people. If you can save one person at a time, you are successful. Or one person a day. Or even not even one person a day, one person a week. If you save just one person, you're successful. So, when they see the light in you, they want that light. So then you can tell them how that you got this light. So like I said, if you're an atheist and you don't believe anything, then say, you know what, I'm going to make this rock my higher power. Until you get to the point of you realize that there is a creator of this beautiful universe, that nothing is by accident. There are no coincidences. We are divinely guided. There is a channel, actually it's, and I think everybody needs to see this. Our DNA has an actual code. And when I say code, I mean they deciphered the code. A lot of people don't even know this. It's like they're trying to keep us from this. But if you get on YouTube and I think go on search in YouTube and text in message from God in your DNA, it should come up. But there is an actual message from God in there that they deciphered. So, listen, when I found this was like a year ago, I was so excited. Because that means that there really is a God. And he put a message in us knowing that we would get to technology to one day find this message. You really need to go look this message up. I can't remember word for word of what the message was. My gosh, I wish I could remember it because I would tell you. Just go look it up. It's going to make you change your mind. It is mind-blowing that this man walked our earth 2,000 years ago, said that the message is in us. Okay? Nobody really knew what that meant until now. He knew that we would eventually get the technology to find this message in us. And it is in us. Just please look it up. It'll be the best thing that you ever did. And if you can't find it, I'll look it up and I'll put it on my next YouTube, or I'll put it on in the comments. So, overcoming negativity is not an easy thing. It is a daily thing that you have to work on, depending on how long that you've been feeling this way. It can take you into a deep depression, make you oppressed, depressed. So, it is truly something that you have to work on. And like I said, daily affirmations, doing a journal, doing constructive things. Do charity work. Some charity work like going and working at Humane Society, making yourself feel good about yourself. Tell somebody else that they look nice. You won't believe what that will do for you. Okay? Tell yourself that you're beautiful, that you have a nice smile. I don't care if you don't believe it at first, because you will start to believe it. Because we're all beautiful. Each and every one of us was made uniquely, different, and divine. So do some meditation, some prayer work, and pray to God and ask Him to change the way you think about yourself. And if you're around negative people, get yourself away from them. And if you explain to the people, I don't care if it's your family, sometimes you got to break away from your family. You got to break chains. You got to break old habits, and get away. If it's your family making you feel that way, then you have to walk away. I had to walk away from mine because my sister is so vulgar and so mean and hateful. I pray for her on a daily basis. But you have to pray for these people too, because they don't see it and they don't understand it, because they're not awake yet. We right now are the ones. And I don't mean anything by it. I'm just saying that right now we are up for a reason to be witnesses to everything that is going on right now in the world, because we all know that shit's not right now. It's not a big secret anymore. But I really hope that you enjoyed my program this evening. I was quite nervous. I probably did like 4 videos to this and took them all down. So give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because I have so much more to put out, and the next time I'll make sure that I'm actually on camera. But enjoy your night, and please, if you go out, don't drink and drive. And love everybody. Have a good night. Thank you.